Welcome to the Branding Masterclass 2024 from Food Nation. I'm looking very much forward to this next hour where we will dive into how you can use the strongholds from the full agriculture and food sector in your branding and marketing activities.
Thank you.
And good to have you here, and take it away.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I have been looking very much forward to be here today. And my first slide is right here. As you can see, there is standing how to engage your business and gain support for your export activities from the Food Nation branding platform. So, sorry, this is the question I would like to answer with help from the next following slides. And my name is Marianne Ritzman, and I'm a brand and engagement manager here in Food Nation. So in other words, you can also ask, how can Food Nation support your company's existing sales and marketing arguments? And to this question, I would like to show you this slide, where you can see an overview of all the branding elements that Food Nations has been developed since the establishment for almost 7 years ago. We of course have the website, and at the website, or in the website, we also have a toolbox. And in the toolbox, you can find all the branding materials that we are highlighting today. And they are all ready to be downloaded, and as Lisa also said, it's for free, all of it. And you probably also engage with your customers on social media, and the study says that 91% of business-to-business buyers actually are active on social media and is involved in social media. And they are also actually using the social media as an important part of the research process. And here I would like to highlight Food Nation's accounts. We have accounts on LinkedIn and WeChat and Twitter. We are posting 1 to 2 a week about the different strongholds that we have in our food arena. And here you have the opportunity to easily tap into to the post that we are writing. You can get inspired, take what you need, so to say, and see if you can get inspired of the way we are making the storytelling about the strongholds of the Danish food and agriculture arena. We also have white papers. I would like to give a deeper introduction to that later, but the white papers gives us a deeper overview of the strongholds where Denmark stands strong. And you can also have a look at the white papers to see and get inspired to the storytelling about the Danish strongholds, the facts and figures that we're using as a public-private partnership. Then we have the annual insight report. The annual insight report tells us what B2B decision makers within the food and agriculture sector think about Denmark as a food nation. So we have done it for several years now, and I will also show you a slide about the insight report. But this gives us knowledge about what are we known for out there, and what kind of possibilities do we have with this kind of knowledge. We have 2 visitor centers in Denmark, one in Aarhus and one in Copenhagen. And here you can get a guided tour within the different corners of our sector. You're also very welcome to invite your customers, potential customers, and we would be very happy to give you and them a great introduction about Denmark as a leading food and agriculture nation. How come that we are here today, and what are our ambitions for the next following years? Yes, so this is also a place where we are inviting delegations from all all over the world to learn more about us, but also, and maybe most important, to increase the collaboration across nations. The last branding element I would like to highlight is the export activities. Food Nation is supporting export activities, either on location as a branding partner, and sometimes we also do it online through the online engagement to ensure that we will reach the right business-to-business decision makers in the country that the export activities is. So the next slide I would like to show you is this one, because when we say in Food Nation that we are representing the entire value chain, this is what we mean. It is every single corner of this value chain that is high priority in our work. We focus on it in all kind of materials, in the white papers we're developing, also in the cases that we are writing and posting on our website, and when we're going on the export promotions around the world. So it's all from the primary production to the processing industry, innovative technology, ingredients industry, gastronomy and consumer, and the research and innovation. And many of you, I know, can tap into more of the corners of the value chain, because research and innovation is maybe one of the parts of the value chain that can be found in every single step of this value chain. So we base our work in Food Nation on these strongholds that you can see here. And we have been focusing on this work the last 7 years. As you can see, it's food quality and safety, it's sustainability, it's collaboration, health, gastronomy, ingredients, organic, innovative technology. And the newest one is climate and seafood. And my great colleagues, Mie and June, would like to give you a presentation about these two strongholds later in this presentation. So this is what our work is based on. Our work is also based on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. That's a really important part of our work to see and to combine what kind of solutions do we have from the Danish companies and what kind of challenges from the United Sustainable Development Goals are they supporting to find great solutions on. So this is the storytelling that are very typical for our work here in Food Nation. And the strongholds is used in the white papers, of course, also in the visitor center. We have a great, if I should say it by myself, presentation, interactive presentation that make the storytelling and presents the strongholds of Denmark as a food nation. We also have films. We have branding films, short branding films that you also easily can tap into. We post it also during export activities, but also on the social media platforms. We have podcasts, we have virtual reality goggles, and all these materials together are making a inspiring presentation and inform our decision makers around the world. So, discovering the potential for future growth, export growth, it's called. And this is something I guess all of you are really interested in. It's a really important part of the work when exporting food and agriculture products. So Food Nation is developing an insight report every year. We have done it 5 times now, where we are looking at business-to-business decision makers on selected export markets to see, do they know us? Do they know us for our food and agriculture production? What are the attributes that they know us for? And this is all information that is great to have when you are working with your export on either China, Germany, United Kingdom, Japan. We have done it on several different markets. So how is the awareness of the Danish food sector in China, India, Germany, and the United States of America? This was the questions that the newest Inside report is answering. It also answers the question, what characterizes the Danish products and solutions within agriculture and food production? And where is the potential for increased exports? So we would be very happy to also send you a direct link to all the different materials that we have mentioned during this webinar, and also this Inside report. Without telling you too much, I can tell you that we will also publish an Inside report this year, and we're looking forward to share these kind of new information with you as well. So this is some pictures from our visitor center in Copenhagen, and this is the place where we are representing the entire food cluster. This is the place where we are inviting delegations from all over the world. This is also the place where you have the possibility to use the facilities for free. Either if you have a meeting in your team and you would like to get inspired how you can tap into the storytelling of Food Nation in your sales and marketing activities, but also if you have customers or potential customers that you would like to give a special treatment. And we would like to inform our guests, inform what we're doing in this great food cluster. What have we done? What kind of achievement have we reached during the last years? What kind of challenges did we have? We would like to inform about our experiences. We would also like to inspire our guests, inspired to work together across nations, and share good as bad experiences, because only by this way we can reach the goals when we are talking about the 17 sustainable development goals. And then we would like to impress our guests about the solutions that we already have developed. We would like to impress our guests with the way we're thinking in Denmark. We would like to impress our guests with the way we are really working to collaborate, not only within the Danish borders, but also with all kinds of nationalities. So we are also very active on the export promotions. And we are always very happy in our team when we are contributing to this very important task. It's a task about promoting Denmark as a leading food and agriculture nation. And on this slide, you can see some pictures from some of the export promotions where we have been on locations. And I also have here on the other slide here. So it's all kind of branding we are supporting with. We are able to take elements, branding elements from our visitor center to international affairs. It could be the virtual reality goggles. We also very experienced in taking the role as moderator at seminars. We could also make the presentations, the overall presentation about Denmark as a leading food and agriculture nation. And we also have a concept when we're talking about the stand design, when we're having the big Danish pavilions. And we have heard several times that that companies really see the value and feel the value when they are going on big export promotions. It underlines the fact that we are collaborating and that we have reached this level within this industry by working together. And it also underlines companies' statements about, I would say, food safety, when a public-private partnerships tells the stories that you are telling in your sales and marketing arguments. The next slide is from China. It's from Shanghai, China International Import Expo. The biggest fair I ever have been to, and this is one of the examples on how food nations take the role as sharing a great concept for stand design to showcase the Danish companies' solutions and products. The Food Nation virtual universe. This is just a picture, but I will gladly invite you to visit this homepage and to take a walk in this very beautiful, I would say, environment to see and read about the different cases that we're showcasing. You will also see inspirational webinars. We have the digital publications in this room as well. We have the videos, online talks. We have the global food talks as well. And if you haven't participated in one of them yet, I would recommend it. It's very inspiring and always very inspiring presenters that are joining these online webinars as well. So in the virtual universe, it consists of many different materials to how Denmark is contributing to the green transition, and this is also a place where we have the Academy of Sustainable Value Chains, and my colleague will later give you a short introduction about this part of the virtual universe. So back to the question. How can Food Nation support your company's existing sales and marketing arguments? I have 5 dots here, and I will read them loud. So it's about elevate sales arguments to a global perspective, getting inspired by how we are telling and showcasing the work with sustainability as one example, or the food safety work. Thought leadership, it's easy to share and it saves resources for you to read our materials, take what you want, what can underline your sales arguments. The insight reports is a strategic tool for long-term decisions. You can use it when you are starting to expand on a new market. Take a look on the material. Credibility and a validation stamp for international clients, and collaboration includes several stakeholders across the board and share knowledge. So I would like to thank you all for your time and give the word back to Lisa again.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Please stay with me just for a short moment. And thank you very much for your presentation, Marianne. I just brought the inside report with me here because, of course, it's online, but it's also in a report, really. So I just brought it because I think it is a key tool, as you mentioned, in order to get unique selling points in the sales activities. So you can really tap into these unique selling points described in the inside report. I was just looking at Malte and Emily here in the room to see if we have any questions in the chat. What do we have any questions? No, not really. Then Marianne, let me ask you.
Yeah.
I know you had your last slide summarizing a few points in how companies can use this branding platform. And I know you have collected all these statements from a very close dialogue with many different companies. So maybe you could just highlight one of these, what in having all these conversations, what made the strongest impression on you?
Well, first of all, it was a task I really valued. Talking with the companies gave so much energy, and I was so glad to tell it back to my colleagues on how we are working and how it actually fits into the work that companies do, the sales and marketing activities, because it is an inspiration to have a look on either different white papers. Most companies have 2 or 3 strongholds that they are really using when talking about their solutions and products. And we also heard that from companies. Foods is one of them, and we also gave them inspiration on how they could use some of the other strongholds to just underline the arguments that they already have. We have also talked with the Lectors by Bülow about how they can use the stronghold sustainability, because they have a really high focus on sustainability in their work. But of course it's not their primary strongholds that they are using to the customers. But this was also one of the inspirations that we could give.
Super, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So the experience of really creating value out there. We have one question. Oh, great. So you need to check with His Royal Highness Crown Prince. That is correct. We are very proud that we have a patron as from now on and until Sunday on the January 14th, where he will be the King of Denmark. And of course, we have a very high focus on the dialogue with the royal couple in order to make sure that we still have the support after Sunday from the royal family. We do know this has a great impact on how we approach the international markets. And is there a way to access this material recording afterwards? Yes, it will be placed in our toolbox online on our website, and we will make sure to share this with you. And who should you get in touch with for a one-to-one meeting? We will send you contact information after today, so you should be able to have a very direct follow-up after this meeting. Thank you so much for very relevant and important questions. And we will now move on in the program. Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you. And I'm very pleased that I'm now able to welcome my good colleague, Mie Ole Lauritsen. And Mie will take us in one of these new materials, very substantial materials that we have added to the total branding platform during the last year. So Mie, please join me up here. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And Hello, everyone. Good morning. I think I can still say that actually now here. So I am super excited to share with you now the expansion of our branding platform that now include the Danish food cluster's stronghold within climate. So we have made some new branding materials, and I'm really looking forward to share this with you. So, but just before we just delve into to the new materials, I would just highlight, you know, why are we doing this? Because right now we can see that the agri-food systems globally contribute with 31% of the emissions. And this is actually a significant number, and it's important that we all take actions on this now. And this is also why we have developed this new branding materials, because in Denmark we have very, very good solutions within this that can address the climate challenge. So, ta-da-da! Now we look into the new tools, and as I said, it's climate-focused branding materials, and it is in response. We have made it to the climate change or challenges we see. We have developed engaging new tools. First of all, a white paper. We have made a compelling branding movie or a video, and also a VR video. And then we have also made a presentation that is available in Food Nation's Visitor Center. It's an interactive presentation, and soon we will also have a new podcast coming up. So each of these materials or tools, as I said, being developed to address the climate challenges and the Danish contribution to the green transition. So the tools are designed to be beneficial for you, but also for the partners you are collaborating with. So the white paper, as you can see here, but actually what you see here is our digital version you can find on our website. It's just not a document, or it is not only a document you can download on our website. I've just made this film here, so but you can download it here as I have shown here in the slide. But the white paper is also rich in data and insights about the Danish agriculture and food sector's strategies, approaches, and also case solutions that relate to climate change challenges. So what it does is that it's actually looking into each steps of the value chains, and here you can find out how we have solutions that can contribute to the primary sector, the production sector, but also, as you can see here, the research and development, how we look into find new solutions on this big challenge we have within climate. From this white paper, you can actually extract relevant sections that where you can see the Danish approaches, and you can use them in your marketing materials to enhance credibility and show how your company's solutions actually can contribute to the broader goals outlined in the paper, but also, of course, the big Danish food narrative. The insights you can also incorporate in your sales pitches and, as I said, marketing materials to demonstrate how you are part of a larger and impactful common Danish narrative. You can find all these materials in our toolbox, as Marianne said, and you can actually find them in different languages. So I hope you will take a look in our toolbox to see where you can, what kind of languages you can find them in. So I will now move on to the climate video and the VR, because it's more than just a visual journey. As it's a powerful tool we have developed here, and it encapsulates the key messages about the Danish food clusters, practices, and innovations, and also our, you can say, common responsibility towards the green transition. So I will just give you a short glimpse of the video here.
Our changing climate has put the global food supply in the spotlight. The need to increase productivity while reducing greenhouse gas emissions has never been so urgent. In Denmark, numerous innovations are unfolding, driven by collaborative partnerships and public-private investments. Decades of environmental regulation have primed the Danish food and agriculture sector for ever better efficiency, producing higher yields with fewer resources and emissions. With a national ambition to achieve climate neutrality by 2045, innovation across the entire food value chain is crucial.
So, so this was just a short glimpse. I mean, the video is 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So, and actually, it has actually shown its worth in engaging stakeholders around the world. Latest, we used it at the Climate Week in the US, where there was a focus on finding solutions on the climate challenges. And here we were present with companies, also highlighting how we in Denmark, even though we are a small country, can contribute with solutions that can actually address this huge challenge. Also, as Marianne said, we also it was also present at the CIIE, the big import exhibition in China. So here the video was on the Danish pavilion, and it was actually telling the story about how we can contribute with solutions that can contribute to the green transition. So, but you can also use this material. You can use it in your digital campaigns. You can use it also in trade shows and meetings that can support your and also, of course, Denmark's unique contribution to sustainability. Because in this way, you can actually tie your individual stories to the Danish food cluster's broader efforts and creating this compelling narrative. So it's just an invitation for you also to unfold, if you can say that, your own branding material. And now I'm moving on to the interactive presentations we have also developed to our visitor center. And as Marianne said, we invite you to bring your customers and key stakeholders to Food Nation's Visitor Center, because here we can give you a guided tour where we can highlight how Denmark contribute to the climate, to address the climate challenges. So this is an interactive presentation, and I can just, I've highlighted some of the slides here. You can see on this slide, and the presentation is actually specially designed, but also developed to demonstrate the Danish food cluster's commitment to climate actions and bring, bring your partners to experience this, and also, of course, your customers. And because then we can showcase how we in Denmark, but also, of course, we can highlight how you contribute to the green transition. So to sum up, these branding materials are an opportunity to stand out from your international competitors, but also to stand together, as Lise said earlier, because being part also, or also as the minister said earlier, because when we stand together, we stand stronger. So use these tools to inform your customers and how the Danish food cluster can be part of the solution and how you can be part of the solutions. This is not a one-off show, but it's actually a whole food cluster that can contribute to this challenge. So I look forward especially to see how you will use these materials in your branding materials, but I also hope that you will reach out to maybe discuss further to get ideas, and so we can work together or come up with good ideas to use the branding material. Stay tuned for the podcast. I didn't mention that because it will be launched in February, so I hope that you will stay tuned and follow also this material. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mie. And please stay with me just shortly. I brought the white paper on climate with me here because just once again, of course, we do have it in a physical climate-friendly printed version. You can get it online, as Mie said. But Mie, it's quite huge and new part of the branding platform. So from your perspective, what do you see as the most important next step in order to unfold all these new materials?
I think there are many steps because right now we can see that markets around the world have set ambitious goals how to reduce emissions in their countries and in the markets. So I think it's important to bring some of these materials and to sort of support your branding materials to say, but yes, we can, of course, we have a solutions on how to reduce the emissions, but also that we have a whole sector from Denmark that actually have solutions. So I think it's yeah, I will of course invite you to take these materials with you, but we will of course also do this in Food Nation and talk about it around the world.
Thank you very much, Mie. And we are running short in time. Just commenting on one of the good questions in the chat, and please do use the chat. We have a question on where can we find the next events delegations to prepare and get in contact with. You should follow the Food Nation newsletters, which we share frequently, and in that way we will do our best to share our knowledge on what's going on. So we will move on in the program, and I'm very happy to welcome my good colleague June Gibber. The floor is yours, June.
Yes. Hi everyone, thank you so much. I'm here to talk about our newest stronghold on seafood. So just like the other strongholds that we are working with in Food Nation, the past year we have developed a seafood stronghold with a lot of materials, and yeah, I'll deep dive a bit into it. So as we know, we're all standing in front of global challenges on creating sustainable food, and seafood plays a significant role in solving these challenges across the world. First of all, we have developed the white paper, just like Mie explained, that's based on knowledge and is case-based from the Danish seafood companies. It's digital and it's in printed form, but I'd like to highlight that we have actually been translating this white paper into 3 different languages: Japanese, Chinese, and Arabic, just to get across borders. Yes, and these are available for you as well. In the white paper, we are very proud to say that we actually represent 17 companies who've contributed with cases about their products and their solutions. And we're looking for more cases, so I'll get back to that in a bit. But that is the knowledge foundation that we've based the stronghold on about the Danish seafood sector. Yes. Then we've also developed a branding movie, a VR movie, and a podcast episode. All of these are, of course, available online. And again, just like the other strongholds that we have, these can be used to engage your stakeholders, your clients. And I've experienced myself that when we are out on export activities, these are great dialogue starters. The middle picture that you see with the screen and the blue circle is the seafood branding movie that we brought to Danish, which is a big seafood export fair. And it was played around the fair location, and the Danish companies actually used it to start dialogues with their clients to talk about how they were contributing to the solution. So that is a way that you can also use our branding movie, and it's the same with the VR movie. You can actually have a one-on-one conversation with your client when you stand in the export activities. Yes. Now, this is a bit special because we have a fair design that you can borrow, you can be inspired by. We've developed a lot of Food Nation design elements. And specifically for the seafood stronghold, we've also designed some extra design elements, actually, as you can see here. You can use them in your international export activities to kind of create a joint branding expression. We've tried to focus, of course, on the sea, the ocean, the blue color, and we have created these specific illustrations that describe and showcase the seafood sector all across the value chains. We can see here an example of how you can use the drawings, logos, and icons on the walls. And we actually have an experience with if you can see, the very small value chain drawing with the small icons that was projected up to like a big wall. And it again created a conversation with all the visitors to the fair to talk about the solutions across the value chains and how the value chains work. This is specifically the value chain for aquaculture, which is have been very, very popular. And again, just like me said, and our minister, that when we create, when we stand together, we stand stronger. And this is a way to do it in a branding method. So yeah. Yes. My colleague Marianne mentioned the virtual universe. So when you entered this branding masterclass, you actually entered our virtual universe. And now we are in the space called Food Dialogues, but we also have a hotspot that's called Academy of Sustainable Value Chains, or in short, we call it Academies. And we developed a extra planet, or like a seafood world, where we can actually take you through the value chain of the seafood sector. And there are different hotspots: fisheries, aquaculture, processing, technology. And you can click yourself into the different hotspots where you'll find the knowledge, like text that describes the Danish strength specifically for that sector within the seafood industry. Everything is supported by cases from the Danish companies, so that we are standing strong on a solid knowledge and experience foundation. And this can actually be used again, with your stakeholders and potential clients. So our Academy of Sustainable Value Chains is really about delivering a digital showroom, you might say, for the Danish seafood sector. We also have pig and dairy, but it's about showcasing the overall solutions across the whole value chains, the technologies, the products, and all of it is focused on sustainable, efficient, and quality products. You can use it as a dialogue tool for decision makers. It can be used for when you present a client, having client and sales meetings, delegations, or if you want to just have it as an interactive showroom when you have visitors yourself. So in this way, it's easier for international decision makers to find the complete solutions in just one place. Right now, we currently have 34 cases represented by 23 companies in the seafood value chain. And as I said, we're looking to gain many, many more. So that leads me to the last part I want to highlight, which is that everything we do in Food Nation is based on cases from the Danish companies and organizations. We base everything we do on their knowledge and the experience. And currently, we have, I can't even remember, I think 230 cases on our website, which are all represented in our white papers, and also in what we call a solution box, which is a digital box in our visitor center. I would like to encourage you to reach out to us if you are in the seafood sector. I would like to collaborate with you. So if you want to contribute with a case that we can present, it's free of charge and it just takes a little bit of your time. Of course, it has to be a solution or product that speaks towards the 17 UN development goals. But please, reach out to us. That would be great. That's it from me.
Thank you very much, June.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much to take us on this tour de force of the seafood sector and this new substantial branding platform in the Food Nation universe. Thank you very much. So just very brief, June, what do you hope for within this using of this new platform in the new year?
Well, I hope that it can get activated much more out in the export activities. I remember at the last fair I was at, one of the companies that I have a case showcased in the white paper used it as this dialogue tool when they wanted to attract clients to their stand. And we're actually very proud to show it, that they were part of something bigger, and they were not just a single company, but they actually stood together in the food cluster or seafood cluster. And I hope that some of you will use it in that way.
That's the intention, after all.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we are going to wrap up very fast now, and I will just like to thank you, every one of you, for your active engagement and questions along the way. We will share an email with the important links to the different materials that we've been going through during this Branding Masterclass, and I will encourage you all to follow us on the social media, especially on LinkedIn, where we are very active, and also, of course, through our newsletters. As June said, we are always curious of new cases for our website, so don't hesitate to reach out and give us input. And by these words, I will always finalize by wishing you a very good day, and please reach out if you are curious in getting to know more about your possibilities. Thank you very much, every one of you.